Okay, let's start today's our class. Let's start from today. We will start inventory module. Generally what we will do in inventory? If you take a inventory organization, generally we will maintain the items. We will do any material related transactions, and how you want maintain your items. All those stuff. I mean, inventory related all the activities you will perform in inventory module. Generally. Here some difference is there when creating two item from R12 and in Fusion. See, in R12 what will happen is, if you are having access to inventory, you can directly go and create any item. But in Fusion, if even though you are having access to inventory module, how we will provide access to user? By using roles. So even though if we assign corresponding inventory related roles, user cannot create any items. Why? Because first we have to assign, uh, first we have to give permissions to the user. That is a new concept in Fusion. We will see what is that. And even we can maintain, suppose I'm the business user, I created one item. So if you want to maintain any approvals, so you can maintain approvals also for items, like how you will do for requisition. See, whenever you create requisition, it will go different approvals, right? Based on your approval hierarchy, how you defined. So same thing like that. Inventory also, if any user create any item, if you want, we can follow same approval process here. That is also a new concept here. Okay, we can do approvals also. Okay, let's start from category. We will see what is category. Okay, see, generally what is the purpose of category? Just, yeah, to classify. Could you please someone join? Could you please go on mute? Yeah, yeah, okay, that's fine. Okay, see, generally what is the purpose of category? To classify the items or to group the items which are having similar characteristics. See, best example, if you go to any hotels or anywhere, you can see the menu, right? Menu is nothing but a catalog. That is your category. So by using that menu, you can easily identify the items where they are storing. You can easily identify. So categories or catalogs is used to group the items or to classify the items which are having similar characteristics. Suppose, for example, I am in my organization, we are purchasing or selling two types of items. For example, hardware and software. Okay. So if you want differences, what you can do? First, you have to create first you have to create category, which is to identify. Once you create the category, that category you have to assign to item. So once you assign the item, you can identify which items are related to hardware and which items are related to, let's say, service items. So based on, suppose for just one real time example I am giving you. User created one order. Okay, for hardware items, you don't need to provide any license keys. For example, for service items, you have to provide license. But how you will identify which are the items are service items, which are hardware items? So if you create one category and separate those items by using this category, I mean hardware items and software items. Whenever you create any sales order, suppose whenever you create any sales order, so that you can identify, if suppose that item is assigned to service category, so you can came to know, okay, this is the service item. For this service item, we have to provide license keys to the user. So like that, you can create any number of categories to classify the groups, and for one item you can assign any number of categories. Okay, okay, before, okay, that is just to classify the items, we will use category. Okay, fine. Before going to implement category, what you have to do? First, see, category also, yeah, same like R12, it is a key flex field, KFF only. Item category, field name is item category. So that means before you creating any categories, first you have to choose your structure. So that means how many segments you require for your category KFF flex field. and what are the value set required to populate the values. First, once you discuss with business and depends on their requirement, first you have to choose how many segments required for your item category. See, for example, let me take one example. Here in my case, I am classifying the items by using product type and product name. Okay, so that means how many segments I need to create while creating KFF. Segment 1 I am using for product type, and segment 2 I am using for product name. And for product type and product name, you have to create value sets, value set 1 and value set 2. So before you going to create any structure, first you have to decide how many segments required for your category, KFF. Okay, in our case, 2 categories. First, what I am storing? I am storing product type. That means, for example, if you take computer is the one type of category. I mean product type, and stationery is the product type. Under product name, under computer, I will store like hardware. I mean, sorry, RAM, hard disk, all those stuff. And under product name, if you go to stationery type, just generally, if you go to generally, all people are working at. If you go your stationery, generally, what are the things you can see? Some books, pen, pencil, whatever it may be. Some stationery items you can find out. Just to differentiate or to classify your items based on their characteristics, we will use this one. Before creating KFF, first we have to choose how many segments required for your keyflex field. Okay, let me go to application. So anyway, now 2 segments are required. Okay. So setups, how do we do any setups? Go to user level, setup, these are the modules. Modules nothing but here we will call it as offerings. Select anything, finance or supply chain or procurement, order management, price, offerings, RPM, something, procurement. Just select anything. Okay. But unfortunately, yesterday I showed right here. It's not showing this time. I mean, generally it will show, but next maximum this Friday instance will be replaced. So once it's replaced over, then we can see. Let me go to. I will show you the see, not only from this is called FSM. Not only from FSM, you can create from other one more place also. I will show you. So generally navigation is, if you want to do from FSM, go to product management. Product management is nothing but a inventory module. Just we will do all product related setups. So product management, catalogs. Here you can see, if you come to right side, here you can see all the catalog related stuffs. But unfortunately this time it's not available. I will show you from one more place also. Go to setup and maintenance. Search for any one implementation project. Here SCM something is there. 1 second, I am searching with. Anyway, let me create one project. Suppose, for example, I am implementing procurement and inventory. Okay, let me create one project. So project name is Tata PO and inventory implementation. So next, while creating the project, you have to choose what are the modules you are going to implement. Now we are implementing procurement and inventory, right? Come to procurement. This is procurement. Select this one. Under this, I am implementing procurement. I mean procurement, self-service procurement, and supplier portal. I mean iSupplier, sourcing module, supplier quality. Everything I am going to implement. Okay. And we are implementing inventory also, like product management. Select product management. Okay, fine. Save and open the project. So generally while doing implementation, first your project manager who is maintaining your project, he will create one project. Under that project, he will enable offerings. Offerings nothing but a module. What are the modules we are going to implement? We must enable this one. Okay, while doing any implementation. That is what product manager will take care. Okay, now this project having two offerings. One is procurement and another one is what is this product management, nothing but the inventory. Okay, you go to here you can see uh, lot of options, I mean setups whatever required for product management and also for inventory. But here what is the problem from here is very difficult to remember the navigation. See in FSM it's very simple to remember also, but here lot of stuff, a lot of I mean we have to drill down in depth. That's the reason generally we will use while doing any setups. We will use FSM module, not from here. Why? Because it's a little bit confusing, little bit time taking. Okay. Anyway, let me search for what is this catalogs. Anything is there? Let me search. 1 second. So first, what we decided. First, we decided two segments required. For those two segments, first we need to create value sets. Okay. Manage that function name is manage product value set. Once you search with the task, it will give you the where it's. I mean, it will give complete hierarchy. It will give the complete path. So you can create from procurement or you can create from product management also. Let me create from product management. See here where it is under product management module, define basic catalogs for procurement implementation. Under this, we are having all these stuff. Product management values, I mean product value set and key flex field, whatever the key flex fields available for your catalog. And finally, once you complete these two setups, finally you can create your own categories. And from here, you can create your default catalogs. Catalogs nothing but a category here. Okay, these are the 4 steps we have to complete. Okay, first let me create value sets. See, if you go to whatever I shown right in FSM, if you go to FSM, select product management and go for catalog, these six options will be available there. Okay, same thing. Whatever will be there in function setup manager, from project also we will do same thing. But why? Because generally we didn't use this. This is a little bit confused. I mean, we have to drill down each and every step. But if you go to FSM central, if you go to FSM, you can easily do your setups. But unfortunately today it's not working. Okay, let me click on there. Go to task. So here you can search existing value sets. Okay. So create new. So let me create value set product name. Product name. Here you have to choose module, nothing but a for what is the purpose of for which purpose you are creating value set. I am creating for I'm using this value set catalogs to create the catalogs. So select item catalogs. Validation type here also generally if you go for R12 here we are having independent validation types you are having right independent, dependent, table, special, translated, dependent, like that. Here also value sets are available. I am selecting independent. Same value sets available here also. Sorry. So what is your data type? I am using characters. Why? Because I am entering product name, right? Select minimum value 25. If you want uppercase, so if you select this checkbox, what will happen? you have to use only upper cases. If you try to enter small letters, system will not allow you. Okay, anyway, I am not using that one. Anyway, select uppercase. So zero filling means, see now my length is 25, right? Suppose if I enter value only for 1 2 3 4 5 characters. So system what will do is remaining 20 characters. Total length is 25. For remaining 20 characters, system fill up with zeros. For that, if you want your requirement like that, you have to select this one to pair the zeros with your value if it's less than your length. Anyway, I am unselecting. Save. Once you save, see here earlier this button is disabled. Now it's enabled. That means from here you can create the values for this value set. Go to manage values. And if you are any existing values, you can search from here. Anyway, we are not having anything. Just click on new. So just I am creating few. Save and close. And one more stationery. Save and close. So if you search here, we can see two values here. Okay, fine. Save and close. So now we created one value set. Next, what we have to do? We have to create one more value set for product names. Save and close. Again, go to manage product and child value set. Go to task. Create new value set. Product. Earlier what we created. 1 second. Let me search for earlier created one. Just I am searching. Oh, actually it's a product. This is product to type, right? Anyway, okay, no issues. Okay, Tata, but I swapped the names. Okay, just you people understand. By mistake, I swapped the names. Module is I am using for this value set for item catalog purpose. Value type independent. Validation is I am using what again characters only. Give length as 25. And if you want uppercase, fill up uppercase. And if you want fill with 0, you can select 0 fill option. See now again this checkbox is disabled. So save. Okay, directly from here also you can create values or save and close. Okay, see this is your save and close. Just I created value set, but there is no values. Again, go for value sets form. Search with your value set. This is product type, right? Select this one and choose manage values. So that means at the time of creating value set, you can create the values, or after creating values or value sets also you can create your values. Okay, select the product type, go to manage values, create new. So I am entering something RAM 1 GB. RAM. Sorry, okay. RAM. Save and close. Hard disk. So just only these are enough for a computer items. And stationery items I am creating just 2 items, two values. Okay, so if you go and select this one, edit. If you want to edit, you can do edit also. Okay, this is the edit button. Select that one. Here edit. Okay, generally few fields are hidden. So if you want hidden fields also, what you can do is select this one and go to view, columns, show all. This is common for complete Oracle application. This is common navigation. If you want to see any hidden fields, select, go to view, columns, show all. Anyway, here it is not having any hidden fields. We will see later if any hidden in another form, other forms we will see. Okay, just this is to view the any hidden fields are available, you can see. And here come to sort. Sorry, here reorder, right? See how it's look like now. First is value set code, description, module, type, independent, right? If you want to change these positions, go to view, reorder column here. So module I am going on top. Okay. See, like this you can rearrange your columns. Depends on your requirement also. Okay. These are the few options available. Again, select any one row. Go to actions. These all are common for every any form. Okay. That isn't just I'm showing you one. Any form, it is common options available. If you go to actions, if you want to create new, you can create new, or using this plus symbol. Or if you want to edit, from here also you can edit, or here also you can see the edit button. If you want to delete, you can delete this one, or if you want to export data to the Excel, you can use this one. Okay. So these are the common values for all module. I mean all the forms. Just verify other 2-3 forms. You will understand. So just here important point is, if you want to see any hidden columns, go to view, column, show all. It will show all hidden fields. Okay, fine. Save and close. So now we created value sets. We created value set. Next we have to create structure for our KFF flex field. I mean key flex field, category flex KFF. Go to manage key flex field for catalogs. Go to task. So here you can see application is product model. KFF name is same like R12 only. Item categories. Okay. So now here you are seeing, right, deployment status is success. See, whenever you create any new structure, you have to deploy. So if any errors are there, here status will show error. See, for example, I created one, and the other 2 users also, other 10 users created their own structure. So total now how many available? 10 structures is available. But by mistake I created structure wrongly. Remaining 9 structures are they created perfectly. Even though those 9 are perfect, complete your deployment will get failed. So that means if any errors are there, even though you created properly your structure, maybe some other structures are having error, your deployment will get failed. So first you have to go to that structure and correct it. This point is common across all KFFs. Whatever point just now I told, right, that is applicable for all KFF flex field, key flex fields. First you have to correct existing errors, then only you can deploy. Otherwise your changes are, I mean your structure will never deploy into application, even though you created correctly also. Okay, just remember that point. Now deployment status showing success. Okay, go to create structure. Generally in R12 also we will create one structure, right? But here little bit difference is there. I will show you. Create new. My structure code is category structure name. What is the delimiter you want to use for while creating the categories? So you can use any one. I am using dot. Where is the dot? Okay, anything, something dot. Okay, save. Come to here, segment section, create your segments. So as per our design, what we decided, segment 1 and segment 2. 2 segments we are going to use. So first one is product type. First segment is product type. Generally API name system automatically generate, or if you want you can change the name also. but please don't change while doing any setups. Why? Because this API name, why we will use is, generally if you see, if you are having any technical knowledge, for example, if you open requisitions table, PO requisition headers all, in every table you can find one key column, right? Unique column to identify the row uniquely. Like in PO requisition headers, you can find requisition header ID. That is the unique column. Like that, API name is the unique column. If you want to map with any third-party systems or for your any other integrations, we will use this one, API name. This is a unique column. Okay. Generally, don't change this one. Why? Because you have to maintain unique columns. You can't duplicate this API name. Okay. Sequence 10. Prompt same text I am displaying. Display with 25. Column name. So where you want to store product type? I want to store in segment 1. Here what is the value set? So that once you select the value set, whatever value is available, from those values you can select while defining the categories. So search with your category. 1 second. Sorry. Okay. Go to drop down, search with your value set. So generally I swapped the name, right, by mistake. So I'm selecting product name. Save and close. Create one more. Product name, description, sequence 20, display with 25. I am storing product name in segment 2. Search for segment 2. Segment 2. Search. Segment 2. Default value, value set is search product to type. Okay. So we created our structure. So what is the next step? Generally, if in Artwell also, once we create a compile checkbox available, right, in Artwell, what it will do, it will compile your structure, and if any errors are there, it will show the errors. So same thing like here also. Once you do the setups, you have to deploy your flex field. So here you can deploy. Okay, anyway, before that one, now you see the status. Deployment status is still not, we didn't deploy. Okay. See, generally once you created this, once you create this structure in Artwell, what you will do? Suppose for example you compile successfully, everything is fine. Then what you will do? Directly you can go and use, right, your KFF, whatever you created. What is the structure? Tata. Directly you can go and create your structure. This one, Tata category structure, you can use. But here in Fusion, we cannot use structure anywhere. We will use only structure instance only. Okay. We never use structure. We never use category. Not only category. This is common for all KFFs. This concept is same for all KFFs. Let me give you example. Okay. See, GL. What is this? Sorry, suddenly forget it. Code combination. Ledger, right? For ledger also, we are having for to generate the accounts, we are having segments only, right? Right? See, if you want to create a ledger, what are the things required? Currency, calendar, and chart of account. What is the chart of account? Chart of account is nothing but a KFF only, right? Chart of account. There also you will create chart of account structure and you will create value sets. Are you getting my point, right?
Yes.
Yeah. See, let me take that example. This concept is same for across all KFF fields. Okay. Now, if you want to create a chart of account, so for example, I created chart of account structure. I created. Okay. For example, Tata company is operating in 2 countries, US and India. Okay. So we decided we are going to use 3 values in our chart of account to capture our code combinations. Whenever you do any transactions, system will capture the system will enter the accounts under that accounts, right? So we decided what are the things required. For example, company. This is my first segment, company, department, and account. Okay. Whenever we do transactions, system will create code combination by using these 3 segments. So first what we will do, we have to create one structure. So I created one structure. Okay. What is my structure name? Suppose, okay, COA1 is my structure. So this structure is having 3 segments, company, department, and accounts. Okay, fine. Suppose I'm having 2 countries, I'm operating into my organization operating in 2 countries, and they are using ledger. Each country having their own ledger, right? Here ledger US, ledger India. So under the ledger, what are the things we will maintain? Currency, calendar, chart of account. Okay, calendar is same. Currency, here we will use USD, here we will use INR. For example, chart of account also they are using same. That means they are capturing only company, department, and account. Okay, this is the this is the first case. So they are using same chart of account, case 1. They are using same chart of account. That means company, department, and account. Okay. So in that case, what we will do? Same chart of account we can use under this one, under India ledger also. Okay. So this is I am discussing about with R12 perspective now. Okay. Now case 2. Now US ledger want product name also in their structure, but India we are not using any product. So then how many chart of accounts I have to create? How many structure I have to create? See, for US, they want product also in their chart of account structure, but India, they want only 3. So how many structures I have to create in R12? Only 1 is enough, or 2 I have to create? Any idea?
We have to create 2.
We have to create 2. So that means here COA1, here I have to create COA2. Sorry, COA2. Okay, this is case 2. Take case 3. Both countries decided they want to use company, department, account, and product. They are going to use 4. So in that case, I can create only one structure, and I can assign this structure under both ledgers. But for India, product is optional. For US, product is mandatory. That is the case 3. So now how many segments, how many structures I have to create? 2 only we have to create. Why? Because it's not possible to enable here. For US, it's a mandatory, this product value. For India, it's optional. Like that, we can't create in R1. So how many we have to create? COA1. Again, here I have to create COA2. These are the limitations in R12 while creating any KFFs. But if you come to Fusion, first you have to decide. Suppose these people are using 3, right? Okay, one again I will go one by one, case by case. US, India. Here we never use your structure, KFF structure. We will use structure instance only. What exactly structure instance is? Here structure is act as a template. Based on structure, we will create structure instance. That means, for example, structure having 4 segments. Those 4 structure instance also having same segments. Why? Because structure instance we created by using structure. That means in Fusion, structure will act as a template. It will act as a template. We never use this structure directly. So this structure will act as a template. By using this template, we will create structure instance. Structure instance. Okay, fine. Now I created one structure instance. Okay, take first case. What is the first case? Both are using same segments. So only one structure is enough. So I created structure. Here also structure 1, same structure 1 I will use. What is the case 2? US using 4 segment, but India using only 3. So in that case, what I will do is, I will create 2 structures. For first structure, as it is, I don't do anything. For India structure, I will disable this one, product. And I will assign first structure to US, second structure to India. Case 3, product is mandatory for US, optional for India. I will create first I will create one instance. There I will make product is mandatory, and I will create one more structure. There I will make product is optional. So like this we will use instance. In Fusion, structure will act as a template. We never use directly structure. By using structure, we will create structure instance, and we will refer that structure instance in our transactions. Any questions here? Okay, let me show you in application, maybe then you will understand more. So now I created, right? Go to manage instance. Now I am creating instance. Create instance. Data category instance. API name. So how on what basis you are going to create structure instance? I am creating by using data category structure. So whenever I selected this one, system automatically displayed corresponding structure. See what are the structure I am having? Product name and product. What is this? Product type. See, for example, if I want to make this is one instance, right? This is I'm creating first instance. So if I want made this one is required and this one is optional, select this one, go to edit. So made this one is required. See in this structure how it look like. If I use this structure, product name is optional, product type is mandatory. Save and close. Let me create one more structure. Two, and again I am creating structure, instance based on your structure. So now go to edit. You must enter more than one embedded structure in the application. Okay. Save. Okay, I think it's giving some error. Let me check. Okay, first let me deploy one, and again I will come back. So like this we will create structure, and this structure structure instance we are going to use. First let me deploy the first instance. Deploy. So no issues. We completed successfully. Now let me try to create one more. I didn't see this error. Let me create one more. Let me verify this error. Okay. Tomorrow I will discuss with the other. In application and key flex field, there must be not more than one enabled structure instance. It's not allowing me to create one more structure. We can create any, we can create any number of instances, but I'm not sure why it's not allowing us to do one more structure. It's restricting to only one structure instance. Let me check this one. Okay. But generally we can create any number of instances based on structure. Structure will act as a template. By using this template, we will create instance, and this instance we are going to use. We can't directly use the structure. We will use only instance only. Structure will act as a template. Based on that, we will create instance. Any questions here? Any questions? Hello? Hello? I think you all are.
No questions.
Yeah. So now we create an instance, right? Then go to and create your categories. If you want to create categories, manage categories. Create one new category. Category structure. So here, while defining category structure, we didn't, in list of values itself, we didn't see the structure. By using instance only, we will create. And what level you want to maintain, at master level or organization level. I mean master organization level or inventory organization level. Let's say master organization level. One second, my mouse got stuck. 1 second, please. Okay. So give some name to category. For example, think it's already there. Okay. I will use underscore. Okay, this is my name. Save and close. Sorry, 1 second. Let me define first catalog. Computer catalog. Okay. Under this catalog, we are going to maintain all our categories. Go to category hierarchy. Here you can see the add categories. So if you are having any, sorry, anyway, we are not having any, right? No need to search. Not blank, not blank. So I am creating first category, computer RAM. So you can give the your category name. Save. select your catalog and create new. So next, computer underscore hard disk. Just this is user friendly name. You can give any name. Computer and hard disk. Okay. So I created two categories under this catalog. Save and close. Let me create one more catalog for stationery items. Manage, same form, manage catalogs. Go to create. So stationery catalog. Structure is data. Save. This is the structure just now. Catalog we created. Under this catalog, I am going to create stationery related categories. Select this one and go to edit. Go to category hierarchy. Select your catalog name. Select new button. Create catalog. So I am creating stationery. My category is what is book? Stationery underscore book. Just I am giving underscore book. So while defining items, we will assign these categories to the items. But as I mentioned right earlier, here you can't directly create the items. If you want to create, even though you are having access to proper roles, you can't directly create items. Why? Because first you have to provide access to create the items or to modify or to edit the items, and even you can maintain the approvals, like how we will maintain approvals for requisition creation or PO creation. So like that, if you want, we can maintain the approvals also for item creation. User can't directly create the items in Fusion. That is the change in when compared to Art1. That is the change while creating the items. Anyway, we will see how to maintain those. How to create items. So until this, any question? Just now we created categories. Just before going to create items, I'm defining prerequisite setups. Done. See, generally from here we will do these setups. This is I already shown, right? Go to implementation by using function setup manager. Select any offering. Go to product management, catalogs. From here, generally you will do catalog related setups. If you select items, from here you can select item related setups, like creation of a unit of measure or item faces, item status, item classes. All those things we will create from here by using function setup. But unfortunately, this time it's not appearing here. Maybe once clone happen, maybe on this Saturday or Sunday, then you can see the items. You can see the setups here. So that's the reason I'm creating the setups by using project. From project level also we can create. Okay, what is the project we created? Search with your project. You can search also. Anyway, go to implementation project. Oh, we are not having any. What is the name we created? I forgot it. Go to implementation. Yeah, okay. Tata PO and inventory implementation. Select that one. While creating the project, we selected only, that means we are going to implement only two modules, product and procurement. So from product management, you can do your setups. Okay. Any questions here? If no questions, I will move to next one. Next item related setups. Okay, fine. Let's move to a few more prerequisites. What is this? Unit of measures. See, generally, why we will use unit of, I mean, UOMs for any item or any transactions? Hello? Generally, we will use this UOM. Yeah. Anyone? Okay. Hello?
Hello?
Anyone speaking? Okay, anyway, okay. Okay. Next, go to UOM. UOM. Unit of measure. See, generally, if you want buy any item, how you will buy? How that means UOM is used to measure the items. That means suppose if I went to the market and I want to buy some eggs or bananas, how we will buy? By using dozen, or we will ask how much the each one. What is the each and dozen? That is nothing but a UOM. Whenever you do any transactions, you will mention. I mean, you will specify how you want transact that item or item. Hello, some noise is coming. Okay. Okay, anyway, all are mute. Okay. Okay. In UOM. Here mainly we are having three concepts. UOM, base UOM, and UOM class. See, if you want to measure any item, generally to measure the item, we will use UOM. Like if you want to measure quantity, what are the quantity? What are the unit? I mean, what are the UOMs you can use? We can use each or dozen or like box of 5, for example. Box of 5 means you will receive the box. Under that box you are having 5 items, 5 each items, or box of 11. That means you will receive one box. Under that box you are having 12 items. So UOM is used to measure the transaction. While doing the transaction, to measure your quantity, we will use UOM. Generally you have to understand 3 points. Let me see. If you see the base UOM is each. In box of 8, how many you are having? You can receive 8 items in box. Suppose if you define UOM as a box of 4, you will receive one box. Under that box you are having 4 items. So what is UOM class? UOM class is nothing but it contains similar characteristics of UOM. Like each is UOM, dozen is UOM, box of 5 is one UOM, unit of measure, box of 12 is one UOM. So all similar, I mean related UOMs are called as a UOM class. Here UOM class is a quantity. For example, I created one item and unit of measure is each. But while receiving, I placed an order with supplier. Okay, I received box of 4 with UOM of box of 4. So that means how many boxes I will receive? Box of 4, and I received one quantity. That means I received one box. But if I go and check in my inventory, how many items are there in my inventory? I created one item, UOM is each, but I will receive by using box of 4 UOM of 1 unit. That means one box I received. So what is my total on-hand quantity of this item 1? Under this box, how many items are there? 4. That means my on-hand quantity is 4. But system, how it will calculate? I mean, how it will calculate box of 4 is equal to 4 of each? How system will calculate? That's the reason we will use base UOM. By using base UOM, we will give what is the multiplication between under similar UOMs. What is the calculation we have to define intra-class. Any questions? UOMs are used to measure the item while doing any transactions. Mainly here we are having three topics: UOM, base UOM and UOM class. UOM class is nothing but a group of similar characteristics UOMs. Base UOM used for calculation. If you want to do any transaction between within same UOM class, if you want to do any transactions by using base UOM, we will do. Best example here, box of 4. So how many is it will equal to 4? We have to define that setups. Then only system will understand. Okay, box of 4 means 4 items. Any questions?
No.
Yeah, see, go to this slide. See, I'm having UOM class quantity. Here, what are the measures, units of measure we can use? Dozen, box, each. So base UOM is each. So if you want to do any transaction, I mean calculation between dozen and each, that means 1 dozen equal to 12 each. That setup we have to mention. We will see. Okay. And one more class is weight. What are the units of measure we can use? Generally, we will use pound, grams, kilograms. Okay, let me create one UOM. Go to product information and management. See, this is little bit difficult to remember. That's the reason we will use generally FSM. Define items. Define manage unit of measure. Create new. So if you want search existing. Anyway, already, oh, it's not there, no one created. Let me search once again. Yeah, see, here we are having one UOM, each, description is each, class, under the class is quantity. What is the base UOM? Each. Just go to manage UOM class. Here you will define your class. Okay, anyway, I will create new, just I am showing. Here manage UOM standard conversion. Here we will maintain what is the conversion rate between your base UOM and other UOMs within the class. Go to UOM and standard conversion. Search if anything exists. Okay, nothing is there. Let me remove and search. Just I am showing existing one. Anyway, I will create new. See, if you see dozen, 1 dozen equal to conversion rate is 12 with base UOM. Here base UOM is each. If you see the case, suppose if you receive the one case means, that means you are receiving 24 items. Anything is there for each? Okay, anyway, these two examples are okay. Enough. So like this, you have to define your conversions. I mean conversion rate between your base UOM and other UOMs within the class. You have to define. Then only system will do calculation and your on-hand quantity will properly update in your system. Okay. Let me create one new UOM class. Create new. So I am creating one new class. Quantity. Base UOM. Each. I am using each as a base to define the conversion rates. Save and close. Okay, search with your UOM. Just now we created, right? What happened? 1 second. Oh, we didn't save. Let me save and close. Okay. Open again. Manage unit of measure. I'm going to the task. Okay. So let me search. I think whether I saved or not. Just once again I'm going. Manage unit of measure. Okay, I think I didn't save. Anyway, let me create now. Create one new UIM. Search with our class. I think I didn't save. Yeah. Okay. Manage class. Okay. Let me create first again class. Anyway, or else I will use existing one. Later I will create new one. I forgot to save. Class is what we will use. Quantity. Anything is there? Quantity. Just to maintain. Yeah. Oh, already there. Tata quantity. So this is my class, and my base UIM is Tata each and save. So it's already existed showing. Okay. So I will use dozen. I am creating one more unit of measure under this class. Save. Create one more box of 4. That means I am having, if I receive one box, that means under that box I am having 4 items. What is the class? Okay. Save. So I created 3 UIMs. One is each, one is dozen, one is box, and I created one UIM class. Under this class we are having all the UIMs. Now for example, what is my base UIM? Each. That means if you are doing any transactions, system has to automatically convert to your base UIM and it will update your on-hand quantity. But if we take in our case, as of now we didn't created any conversion rate between other base UIM and other UIMs. So if you want to create conversions, go to manage UIM standard conversion. Click on new. Select your UIM. Tata dozen. Dozen means what is the conversion rate? 12. So that means if you receive one dozen, that means you are receiving 12 items. If you go for box of 4, what is the conversion rate? If I am receiving one box means I am receiving, if you receive one box, system automatically do conversion based on this conversion rate. So that means system automatically, if you are receiving any one box of item, system automatically will update your system as your on-hand quantity as 4. Why? Because here we mentioned conversion rate as 4 between the base UIM and other UIMs within the same class. Save and close. Save and close. Any questions here? No. Okay. Next, go to create life pages. Manage life pages. See, generally, if any company, for example, let's take Maruti. Generally, they will manufacturing cars, right? So, suppose if they want to manufacturing any product, generally companies what they will do? First, they will analyze the market. What are the expectations from users? All those things they will analyze. Then once they get the complete information from markets, what people are expecting, then they will go for generally for design. if you take any organization, generally, once design is complete, immediately they didn't go for production. In between, they will do one prototype. I mean, you can call it as a pre-production or prototype. First, they will develop one prototype item. Once everything is fine, I mean, they will do testing or all those stuff. Once results are fine, then they will go for actual production. So just they will do actual productions. Suppose once their sales is very less, then they will absolute that product. Best example is recently Maruti, they stopped Ridge cars. That means there is no demand maybe at this point of time. So that's the reason they stopped their product. So this is called complete life cycle of any item. So while defining the item, you have to specify what is the life cycle phase of that item. That means whether it is under design stage or it is under prototype or I mean pre-production stage or it's under production. Production means it's running or people are raising sales orders to buy the items and we are doing all type of transactions in while it is in production, or it is absolute. That means we completely stop that product. So it depends on your status. I mean, you have to assign corresponding life phases to the item while defining the item. So generally here we are having 4 phases. One is design, one is prototype, one is production, one is absolute. Generally item having these 4 phases. See, you can see only these things. If phases type is 4, but phases you can define any number of phases. Let me create one. Okay, just I will show you. 99 Tata. Suppose currently this is under production. Okay, phase code here, phase type. Currently where you have to link up with your phase with a phase type. Phase types are generally 4. One is design. That means it's still your product is under design. Pre-production or prototype means before going to actual production, you have to first any organization first they will do one prototype item, then they will do their testing. Once the test results are fine, then only they will go for production. Once if there is no demand for that item, I mean that product, then they will absolute the product. So this is the life phase of the any item. While defining the item, you have to specify what is the life phase of that item. We will specify at the define of item. Okay, just now this is under production. Just you can create any number of phases, but phase types are 4 only. One is design, one is prototype, next one is production, next one is finally absolute. That means we are not going to use, I mean we are not producing any item if we choose absolute. That means if you choose absolute, you can't create that item you can't place in sales order. Why? Because we completely stopped that item. Okay, any questions here? Any questions? Okay, if you are not having any questions, let's move to item class. Anyway, first let me give the introduction of this one, item class. See, generally as I mentioned, right, you can't create directly any item in Fusion. You have to give the permissions by using what is this item class. Here you have to specify. Oh, it's not working. Anyway, let me first give me introduction for this one. Yeah, item class. Generally, suppose in normal, suppose user having inventory responsibility. So if he is having inventory responsibility, he can directly go and create the item, right? But if we come to Fusion, even though I assigned inventory roles to the user, inventory roles to the user, he can't create any item. Why? Because before creating any item, first we have to provide the access to the user. Okay, then only he can create the items, or he can modify, or he can maintain the item. But how we will provide the access to the user to create or maintain the items? By using item class. So let me take example. And even if you take R12, if user having access to inventory module, he can create any type of item. That means he can create hardware item, he can create service item, he can create PTO item, ATO item, any type of finished goods item, purchasable goods item, any type of item he can create in R12. But in Fusion, we can restrict the user to a particular area. That means if I am having two users, okay, user 1 and user 2, okay, he is going to create only finished goods, user 1. This is my requirement. User 2 is going to create only service items. So I am not allowing user 1 to create service items, and organization is not allowing to create user 2 finished goods. But this requirement, is it possible in R12? If you are having access, you can create any type of item, right? But here what we will do is, we will create, suppose, one item class here, item class 1, I mean item class for finished goods. How, just I am giving some brief introduction how we are we will use this what is this item class. Item, one more, service, item class service, okay. So while creating item class, generally what you will do in R12, see, if you are creating any item, you can't go and check each time each and every attribute, right? Generally we will use template. Template is nothing but it's based on your requirement, you will define all your predefined templates. Depends on your requirement. Then while creating item, for example, it is a service item, you create one service item, there you will service template, there you will enable all your attributes in R12. That template you will call into while creating the item. So same thing here. So I created one what is this class as a finished goods, and I will assign one template, finished goods template, and I will provide access to the user 1 to this class, so that user can create only finished goods items. Same thing for user 2, I will create one more class like service, and we will create one template called service. There we will enable all for service items, what are the required attributes we will enable. Then we will assign user 2 for this what is this, for this class, so that user having only for this class having access. So that means user can create only service items. Suppose user 3 is there, he is going to create both finished goods and service items. So what we have to do, we have to assign access to both classes, so that user can create. So like this, Fusion in Fusion item classes class functionality will work. Any questions here? Okay, let me go to create one item class. Maybe we'll get some idea. See, this is the root class. That means Oracle defaultly provided one class, that is root. Generally, we will create under this root class, we will create our own classes. Okay, first let me create one class. Okay, create class. My class name is Tata Finished Goods. Okay. Okay, save and close. So just I created one class. Where is that? Let me search. Okay. Okay. Here. Okay. Select this one. Go to edit. Okay. This is the basic information. Go to item management. See, earlier I mentioned, right, in Art1, there is no approvals for item creation. But in Fusion application, if you want to maintain approvals like how you will maintain for procurement while creating requisitions and purchase orders, if you want to maintain approvals for item creation also, that means whenever I create any item, it will go to my manager or supervisor, depends on your approval. So we can maintain approvals. So if you want implementing, if you are planning to implement approvals, select this one, enable new item request. That means whenever user create any item and he save that item, immediately your approval process will start. It will, one mail go to your supervisor, then manager, depends on your approval hierarchy, how you define. It will follow all the approval process. Once everyone is approved, then your item will be ready for use. Until that, you can't use this item. So if you are planning to use approval process for item creation, select this one, enable new item request. If you don't want to use, deselect this one. Anyway, we will see that option also. Go to security. Here in security, we have to provide access to the user who is going to create the items. See, under this class, if you want to create any items, first you have to provide access. Same thing I mentioned, right? In Art1, you can directly go and create. But in Fusion, you can't directly go and create the items. First, you have to give the access to the user to that class. So where you will give the access? Here, under security. Go to actions, add row. Select person. If you want to specify one person, select person, or if you want group of person, that means here it will display the roles. So that means whoever having access to the roles, those users can do. But anyway, I am giving access to only person, not for all group members. Select person. Here search with your user. Yesterday we created an employee, right? I mean business user. Let me see. Why? Because generally implementation users, they never create any items, right? In real time. Only business users will create. So I'm giving access to only business users, not for implementation user. Tata employee 1. Yesterday we created one business user. Under what organization? We created organization also, right? One is master. You have to provide access. I am providing access to item. First I am providing access to item organization. You can create. Why? Because first you have to create any item under master, then you will go for inventory organization. So once you create, just save. Now I am providing access to the employee 1 under the organization item master for the item class finished goods, and come down. And here we will specify what are the actions you are going to create. Whether you are allowing user to create item, or you want to update, or he is going to maintain all the attributes. Those type of information we will provide. Select and add. Here we will specify the actions. Just search. It will display all actions. See, create item class. That means he can create. If he is maintaining to item attributes, he can do item attributes. Again, under attributes, he can do maintain item people means. Whenever I selected it, in first tab I showed you where we selected new request. That means approvals enabled. So once we approvals enabled, we have to specify what is your approval path. Once you select this one, user can be able to define his own approval path. He can maintain physical groups, process related one, receiving related attributes. So each and every one you have to specify here. What are the permissions you are going to define? You want to delete, or if you select read only, he can't create any items. Just he can query existing items. So anyway, I am providing complete access, so that user can do whatever he wants. So yeah, now we allowed employee 1 to create items under item master organization under class item finished goods class, and we allowed this user complete access. That means delete, read, update, or he can view the existing, or he can maintain approval process. Everything I provided. Again, create new. We add one more row. Now I am providing access to same user for inventory organization. Employee. See, if you didn't do these setups, you can't create any item. If you are unable to do any item creation, means just remember you didn't completed item class setups. Now I created access for Bangalore organization. Select what are the actions he is going to perform. Save. Here, where is this? Life cycle phases. Here we will mention all life cycle phases. We created one, what is this? Just for example, we created one, right? Or else you can use for by default Oracle provided few. What are the phases? Design, production, active, absolute. I mean, design types are 4 only. Design, production. Anyway, they didn't select any for a prototype and absolute. Templates. Here we will mention template. That means if you assign entity, see already predefined templates are there like ATO item, ATO, all are ATO items only. Okay, anyway, let me create one new template. See, generally by using template, what we will do? While generally, if you go to R12, while creating items, you have to select each and every attribute depends on your requirement. But if you use templates, it will reduce your task. So what exactly means? I will create one template as finished goods. There I will select all whatever the item, whatever the attributes required for finished goods. We will enable all those things. And while creating any finished good item, we will simply call that item. Like that, you can create any number of templates. And depends on your requirement, you can create any number of templates. And while creating the item, you will call corresponding template. Here you can see all the templates, or if you want create your own template, add. So I am creating finished goods. Select your organization. Is Tata item master. And we set as default, mean this default, this is applicable. Anyway, where is item? Yeah, this is our template. Now, just now we created template name. Now you go and select what are the attributes required for finished goods. That means, suppose if I am trying to create one finished goods, simply I will call these templates. So you no need to go on each time. Suppose if I want to create 100 items finished goods, each time I have to select attributes, right? So instead of that, I created one template. Under the template, I will select what are the attributes required for finished goods. So while creating the item, simply I will call the finished goods template, so that all the attributes will copy to that item. What is the status? Active. What is your life phase? It is in production. What is UOM? Each. And anything is required. Let me open remaining things. Just let me go through. Yeah. Okay. First, manufacturing. So here means generally you can see in R1 BOM, right? Bill of materials. Here we will call it as item structure. Here you can see structure type is whether it's a standard bill or model bill, option class. In R12 you can see the one tab. While if you open any item form, you can see one tab attribute in attribute section. Tab name is BOM. but here we will call it as a item structure. This is equal to your BOM. If you want to do any casting, enable casting. Anyway, for finished goods we have to enable. Just I am this is the WIP related. Whatever finished goods is required, I am selecting all. Go to services. Anyway, this is if you want to provide any service. Anyway, we are not using any service contracts or install base, so I am not selecting anything. Go to inventory. As it is a finished goods, we can purchase this item or we can transact this item. So select inventory item. If you select stockable, that means you can store the items. So if you want to do any material transactions, select material transaction enable. So that means you can move the material from one inventory to another inventory, or you can ship the material. You can do any type of transactions. Or here we will, if you want to enable lot serial controls, all those things available. These things we will see in item control. Okay. Well, once after defining the items, we are having separate class on this one. Item controls, lot serial control, revisions, locator control, all those things. So just basics, minimum, whatever they for finished goods, minimum setups I am enabling. Physical attributes. Anyway, all this information available under again while creating the items. This while in template, what we are doing, just we are enabling what are the attributes required for finished goods. Anyway, while creating the items, all these things again it's available. There we can discuss each and everything. Go to purchasing. So it's a finished good, right? If you want to purchase, just enable purchasing. If it's a purchasable, or if you want pricing, means it's a in Artwell we will give list price, right? So that same price will move to while creating the suppose I am creating one purchase order or requisitions for this item for item XYZ. So this list price will default to the your purchasing document. If you want, you can change that one. These are the receiving while doing receiving, how you want direct delivery. We will see all these things, okay, one by one. Just I created one template. Save and close. Save and close. Okay, so now what we done? In Fusion, you can't directly go and create the items. What you have to do? First, you have to create one class, and you have to assign. You have to specify whether whatever items are going to create under this class is required any approvals or not. That is, it depends on your requirement. You have to select, and you have to provide access to the user for that class, and you have to specify what are the actions he is going to perform. Whether he can create, or he can view, or he can update, or he can delete the item also. Whatever it may be, you have to mention all those things. Then only user having access to the access. For example, let me go to one more requirement. See here under this root class, we are having lot of classes, right? Now, as of now, for user employee one, I provided access to only one item class, Tata. Suppose if you want to assign complete classes, so that means you can create automotive parts, commercial, whatever it may be. If you want to assign at root level, assign him. Select root class. So if you are providing access at root class, that means he is having access to all those corresponding classes. Select root class, go to edit, go to security, and here you specify. Select person and name and for which organization you want. So like this, you can give the permission for. Anyway, let me open that. Let me give permission. Go to actions, add row, person, data, employee one. You before creating item, you must complete this setup. This is completely new in Fusion, new concept in Fusion. You have to complete this one. Otherwise, you can't create. I mean, you can't create any item. Any questions?
No.
Bhupati, Rajendra, any questions? So this is, please remember, this is a mandatory setup. Without completing the setup, you can't move further.
Okay, okay, Rishi.
So you must create, you must give access to the user by using item class. Then only any user can create. But in Artworld, you can directly create any items. But here, little bit different here.
It is called item class, right?
Yeah, item class. You can define any. I shown, right. If you provide access to root, that means user having access to all the. He can create any type of item under any class. But if you provide specific class, he can create only under that class only. Anyway, while creating items, I will show you. See, if you open item form, it will display one list of values item class. If I provided access to only Tata item class, he can see only the Tata item class. He can select. If I provide access to root, he can select any type of class while creating the item. I will show you that one. Tomorrow we will see how to create item. Any questions?
No, Rishi.